Hi, my name is Kian and I'm 12 years old. So in this video, I'm going to present to you. That's why you already know because you already looked at the topic down right there. That was, yes, that's right. Should voting age be lower to 16? Let's get into this topic. Voting, one of the most important things around the world. The voting age is completely different around the world. But in your state and in your country, 18 is good. But some country lowered to 16. Is that a good idea? To find out more about it, I think that we should explore it. Because this was like a 50-50% topic. 50 is good and 50 is bad. We're going to explore and talk about the good and the bad when you lower the age to 16. You already know United States, one of the biggest country, one of the strongest military countries in the world. They have the highest GDP per capita and also the biggest GDP in the whole world. The military is super strong. Imagine that United States will allow that lower voting age to 16. What will happen? Well, the United States allow people more than 18 years old to vote. Well, that's like the age that every country was. But if the country, the United States, low to 16, what happened? That means that they could vote and also got driving license and right at that age. So you can see that it was something else. It was completely different. That means that they could do two of that in 1 year. I could say that voting is kind of important. Why? Because it decides. That person is like, for example, like when you are in a president race, voting for the president, the voting is very important. You depend on it to know who is going to win. You win or your competitor compete in the same time. They compete. And voting is kind of important. So I think the sometimes teen didn't think about the effect. They didn't care. They just vote just for fun. That was not for fun. You need to think. You need to research about that person you're going to vote before you vote for them. It's really important. I could see that many people didn't care and they just vote for fun and they didn't care about the effect that happened. One person can make the whole group turn to something else, kind of like terrible. Well, every minute we spend in the internet to play, and during the voting campaign, what will happen? Why don't we just, like, for example, like actually searching in the internet about that person? That's the effect. Many teenagers didn't care. They don't have responsibility. Now the voting campaign is starting right now at your state. It was one of the most important campaigns in the world. It affects the global economic. the United States itself too. You can see that voting has many effects on, that's right, on the world economy. Also the country and pyramid, and also its economy is kind of important. For me myself, I think that maybe it depends on the president themselves and the lawmaker. It depends on them, not me. But I think that that's a bad idea because team, they can't control it. And I think that this is crazy. And I think that, well, I think that always. The solution was never let this happen. Kept that age around that age, 18. And also when the government plan to lower it to 16, say no to it because the teen didn't know everything. When they're 18, they're responsible for that. So then they could do it. And that's it on this topic. But before you go, please watch my channel and don't forget to. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.